We got Blankboy today. When Godzilla x Kong took turns cooking the Monsterverse. Now, respectfully, all of Blankboy's Kong x Godzilla videos, bro, the recaps are insane. And just these alone are making me want to go back and watch the movies because now the new Empire thing is coming out. And then there was that Godzilla -1 thing. Is that new or I'm tweaking? I've been seeing a lot of people talk about that. Yeah, the current state of cinema and like movies has been so goofy. Like Godzilla, like this Monsterverse is actually showing Hollywood like, bro, this could actually go crazy. Check me out though. Shout outs to Blankboy. If you're watching this on YouTube, I am live on Kick. Link to that will be down below.
Putting him over his shoulder, slamming it into the ground. The Skullcrawler is only able to turn 15 degrees like Rod Wave, but is unable to bite him, putting his whole foot on top of this man's head. Godzilla and Ghidorah start charging towards each other, meeting up in the middle, eventually letting go a big sonic boom, charging up and exploding all over Ghidorah, literally incinerating 2 of his heads.
Oh yeah.
So LeBron Kong James dunks on the Skullcrawler using a boulder, and I'm gonna need y'all to hand this man right here.
Skull Island, the movie, was amazing. And then that one scene with the dude when he took the nades, thinking he was gonna do something, and then got tail swiped. Bro, that was beautiful. I like that because when movies, when you think like there's a hero, oh my god, he about to do something, psych, it makes it more impactful. And that was a cool like comedic moment too, not gonna lie.
Using a boulder, and I'm gonna need y'all to hand this man right here his Oscar already, because that look of terror in his eyes is real. He was clearly summoning his childhood in this performance right here. Not only that, but look at this frame right here. He's behind Conrad, right? But as we go into the next one, he's already gone.
Oh, he's out.
Crazy part is that was still more screen time than 1010. The Skullcrawler then bites onto Kong's arm, and the neck bite to Kong is what the barbershop is to KD, his arch nemesis. He been rocking that ground beef for haircut for too long now. Kong punches the Skullcrawler in the throat and then manages to rip its grip from off his neck. The Skullcrawler got his mouth wide open, and Kong is smelling that Jack Harlow album coming from it. That shit stank.
That shit stank.
Bro is going certified paper plate on every album, but Kong can't believe
I haven't heard
smell,
that new Jack Harlow shit.
Slams the Skullcrawler's mouth closed onto the mountain. Kong hits him with a side eye and then proceeds to bring his arm back OD, ready to smack fire out this man, but he misses the hit, going for an elbow, getting his arm bitten and pulled down into the water. Godzilla must have been watching film because he used these same methods versus Kong with his big hungry ass.
Every chef there wants to meet him. The word out is that he'll eat the table. I'm quoting.
Godzilla
Kong pushes his face away, getting headbutted right back, and just manages to stop it from biting his face
out of
off.
here.
But the part that really got me sick is how they got Captain Marvel and Loki in this bitch, and none of them are helping Kong out at all.
Oh shit!
Aren't y'all some fucking wizards? Turn his ass into a popsicle. Kong smacks him off of him, picking up a tree, clearing off the branches to turn it into a spear. Keep in mind, Kong is only described as an adolescent in this movie, and his battle IQ is already so high.
Yeah, he does look young here though, for sure.
Just got me thinking about how crazy that growth spurt was from this movie into Godzilla vs. Kong. I know Julian Newman is jealous of those genes. He was supposed to be next up, but he peaked at 5'2". Now Juandissimo spends his time hooping against YouTubers instead.
Hold up! I smell new shoe! You monkey!
Absolutely smacks the goofy out of him. Kong hit this man so hard the tree is completely disintegrated. The Skullcrawler gets up and Rohan Murphy's his way back in, but is unable to bite him, putting his whole foot on top of this man's head. Out here little broing him, I'll kiss you on your forehead. Leaves track marks on the back of Kong's head, wrapping around him and chucking him into an abandoned ship.
Oh yeah, he gets caught up.
Some way, these riders always got Kong chained up. That's gotta be racist.
Wait, yeah. A monkey, a gorilla being chained up? Hold on. That's racially motivated.
Way these riders always got Kong chained up. That's gotta be racist. The Skullcrawler pulls up, stomping Kong in his chest and starts licking his face. Ew. But then out of nowhere, Brooks comes in to save the day.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
He starts blasting the Skullcrawler, and after looking at his player build for 5 seconds, I already know Brody's a Super Smash Bros. Demon. Look at his cut. All these people here at the fight,
yo,
and only
what the
one
hell?
man
That's
decides
accurate.
to step up and do something. Just a big pandemic of losers like these TikTok artists. We need less rappers and more fry cooks, my nigga. The machine gun is actually working, putting in damage versus the Skullcrawlers, so he dips out, smacking Kong in the process real quick. But on some Looney Tunes shit, the turret runs out of ammo at the worst time possible.
Man, I'm
Black
dead.
Dude starts scrambling, trying to figure out what to do next, while the Skullcrawler looks at them and
You
is
need
like,
to leave.
Oh, say less.
now they're sitting ducks, so he starts charging in at them, ready to feast. Everybody on the boat, and they can't believe what they're seeing hurling towards them. As he's nearing in, Kong is finally able to stand up after 30 damn minutes. He used the potential of Godzilla clowning him for losing to a Skullcrawler as motivation.
Man, you fat as fuck and nigga shut the fuck up, man.
Peeping that there's a propeller connected to the end of the chain.
Oh, it's
I'm
GG.
thinking, oh yeah, Kong about to get busy. But then the humans just come back in, bruh.
What?
Captain Marvel shoots off a flare, but it ain't do none.
But any
So while the Skullcrawler is feeling that Magic Johnson AIDS burning pain on the side of his face,
He uses the propeller,
humans
no?
start spraying to help out. But they're more useless than A-Train and his foundation. I still remember when Lil Bro said his wish was to live. They looked at him like, oh,
Yo.
you sure you're not just trying to meet LeBron or some shit? The Skullcrawler starts chasing after Loki, and he's just trying to avoid getting his neck turned into an obtuse angle again. Kong uses the propeller, chucking it at the Skullcrawler, hitting it in the ribcage, knocking it off its all twos. Man, Kong don't miss. So Mike Wazowski's slightly uglier twin starts getting reeled in by Kong like he's
What are
playing a
these?
mean game of tug of war, and rips a page out of the Hulk's book, you know, before this nigga started doing yoga.
Yo,
jumps on the
lame
back
it.
of the
Bro,
Skullcrawler.
give me back the Incredible Hulk, bro. Please bring back the 08 Hulk. Thank you, man. Actually, bro, bring back Marvel. What are y'all doing? Yeah, got me watching Godzilla and Kong because it has a better, bro, a whole story, a better universe, better characters. It got better fight scenes. Marvel, tee up. Sorry. Sometimes I like to, you know, rant. My fault.
Nigga started doing yoga, jumps on the back of the Skullcrawler, choking it out with the chain, flexing the fact that he has opposable thumbs. And this is the part where Kong scans the Skullcrawler's power level to peep that he's over 9,000 levels of trash. Cause he starts cooking, bro, putting him over his shoulder, slamming it into the ground.
Damn.
The Skullcrawler is only able to turn 15 degrees like Rod Wave. So Kong manages to grab its tail, slamming and chucking it into the side of the mountain. Captain Marvel is washed and lost her ability to fly, so she goes falling off the mountain into the water. Kong's Captain Save a White Woman instincts start kicking in, so he activates his inner Winter Soldier. I mean, just look at his face. This is the most worried he seemed all movie.
Oh my
It only
god.
takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the cool chip.
Kong reverses him and then hits him to the left. And every occupation needs its tools. Messi needs a football. DDG needs musical talent. And Kong the Pizza Man needs his slicer, grabbing it back. Kong decided that this fight is over. Bro is tired. He's so used to no-diffing the Skullcrawlers because he be catching them lacking as babies, but this adult one is clearly a lot higher on the kaiju rankings. They oddly stare at each other for a few seconds until Kong hits him with a
There we go, there we
bopping
go.
him in the head and then slices open his throat using a pizza cutter. And a lot of y'all who grew up eating ice cream cereal gon' catch PTSD seeing this scene right here. The milk is getting diluted in the water, so Kong quickly takes a moment to admire his kill.
What are
and
these
goes into the water to
comparisons?
pick her up, saving her life. Before this, I used to think Kong was just like me, but now I'm not so sure.
Your wife is white. So we're gonna stop the black talk right there.
Kong is over here admiring her, and what the fuck? How is the Skullcrawler still alive?
Wait, what?
Captain Marvel is just slumped right now. She's completely useless. If this was the version of her that pulled up for Endgame, Thanos would have for sure won and dropped some hard-ass bar in the process.
Oh, yeah.
You guys wanted to make fun of my...
Ooh, wait, that was actually my favorite one. Hold on. Where's
For
that quote
sure
at?
won and dropped...
Oh yeah. Number 7. You couldn't get, damn. Or no, you couldn't accept your failures. And where did that bring you? Back to me. Something like that. Bro, when he said that, I was like, damn, that's crazy. I am inevitable. Ever since Endgame, it's like they gave up. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Fine, I'll have to do it myself. Fire. Bro, he really, yo, Thanos was a great villain. And I like how in Infinity Wars they showed his potential, like how much of like the villain finally won. Wait, that goes back to the point I said before about the heroes losing and then making it more impactful. I think that's why Infinity War was amazing, because the heroes lost. And the villain finally won. Thank you. And then Endgame, masterpiece, of course, can't complain too much, you feel me? And then after that, oh, what y'all doing? Please, bro, please. Anyways.
Captain Marvel is just slumped right now. She's completely useless. If this was the version of her that pulled up for Endgame, Thanos would have for sure won and dropped some hard-ass bar in the process.
Ari, facts.
You guys wanted to make fun of my bald, shiny head. Well, today will be the day that you forever dread. And looking at it now, this gotta be a callback to the 2005 King Kong film. Because just like in that movie when he was fighting off some dinosaur-looking motherfuckers while holding his crushy-wushy in his hand, and the same thing is happening here. Not to mention that that version of King Kong was out here ripping out the tongues of his opponent's mouths.
T-Rexes,
and peep what this
bruh.
Kong does. After the Skullcrawler wraps his tongue around his arm, Kong tries pulling away, but the throat game is just too OP. Type of shit that got you hitting the Jordan logo. So his arm gets pulled into the Skullcrawler's mouth, and while the Skullcrawler is deep throating it, Kong's got that whoa, my soul is getting snatched look on his face.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
And does his Mortal Kombat finishing move, grabbing the Skullcrawler and pulling out its tongue, but not just its tongue,
His
its
intestines.
entire insides in the process. I swear all of his kills be so brutal, but it ends with him opening his hand to check to see if she's okay. My son Kong really put his life on the line for her, bro.
She is very gorgeous to me.
So Godzilla and Ghidorah are staring at
Captain
each other.
Sabo.
Godzilla blowing smoke out of his nose like a bull ready to charge in. But I can't lie to you, he's way out of your weight class, lil' bro. Even with Godzilla being 80% belly, his shit's ready to touch the fucking floor, he's still too little. We see the two of them start roaring at each other, and I just know they talking mad shit. Even got the cameraman spooked, bro's recording from inside the fighter jet. Listen team, when we're out there, we gotta get the best angles.
We?
Hell nah.
We.
Godzilla blocks the bite from Ghidorah, leaning back and taking a big chunk out of his neck, and then slamming his head into the ground. That one head is definitely raging on the mic like me on Warzone. Our whole squad was standing here together. How am I the only one that got knocked? What did I do?
You're the bad player.
Cameraman, for whatever reason, starts shooting the humans, so we kind of miss it. But Ghidorah hits Godzilla with the gravity beam, knocking his ass to the ground. Starts standing over him, looking like, is this your king? Ghidorah then whips out his phone to hop on IG Live to let the whole Monsterverse know.
And I painted that nigga when he was on the ground.
What did you say, nigga?
He got right back
I've
up.
never seen Godzilla get up this fast before. But all he did was get up to eat a full face of lightning. Godzilla's getting fed up and he's like, man, watch this. Starts charging up his own laser beam, firing off his
Super
atomic
Saiyan
breath.
God!
Then he got it looking like the Monsterverse version of the Final Flash, cause it puts in no pain. But since his dumbass wanted to go for the neck instead of the body, bro decided to aim for the
Yo, Godzilla, you went for a spot that's really hard to hit, bro. But respectfully though, if it did hit, that head would have been gone. But he should have gone for the body. That's an easy shot, you feel me? Then Ghidorah, whatever his name is, would have been staggered like, oh shit. And then Godzilla, you could have went in and hit him with the combos. Bro, you ain't got no fighting skills. Yo, Godzilla, I'll train you right now, bro. Let me do it.
Bruh.
Come on.
But he got it looking like the Monsterverse version of the Final Flash, cause it puts in no pain. But since his dumbass wanted to go for the neck instead of the body, bro decided to aim for the smallest hitbox. He misses. Getting hit right back, collapses to the ground and goes rolling off the ice. The humans peep that Godzilla is getting destroyed over there, so they send in reinforcements to try to help out. They start blasting him with missiles, and I'm not gonna lie, they actually putting in some work. Godzilla then gets back up for the 19th time, and he got a different type of energy now. He on some, and we back, starts pulling up, but Ghidorah checks his surroundings, and he's like, man, screw this. Y'all not about to do me like Jiraiya, and just decides to dip out. Godzilla down there screaming like, yeah, your ass better run. But come on, bro, let's be serious.
Love Godzilla, but he got humbled during the first fight. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Safi Jiva, are you a fellow Monster Hunter World enjoyer? But don't make me pull out the Monster Hunter game, bro. Do not make me start playing the game, bro. Cause that game is yeah. Hey, I recognize the name. But anyways, that goes back to what I was saying. Because, right, Godzilla, God mode, right? Godzilla is losing, which is good because that scales the fight and makes it in favor of the villain, which is a good thing because now as a viewer, you're like, Bro, I'm really spitting right now. Hold on, pause. As the viewer, you're like, oh my God, Godzilla's losing. Like, it makes you want to watch more. It makes the moment more impactful because the main character, or Godzilla, whatever, is losing. Same thing that happened to Kong. Like, he was struggling with that, with the boneless dude, the boneless lizard. And, you know, he went through a struggle, which is now better character development than most Marvel movies out now. Oh, nah.
He spared surroundings and he's like, man, screw this. Y'all not about to do me like Jiraiya. And just decides to dip out. Godzilla down there screaming like, yeah, your ass better run. But come on, bro. Let's be serious. He spared you.
The next day.
So later on, 11 from Stranger Things is out here getting hunted down by Ghidorah. I don't know why she won't just lift his ass up.
Wait, how she survived that?
Deciding to just not use their powers. But just in the nick of time, Godzilla pulls up with an entire fucking army backing him.
Oh yeah.
They treating Ghidorah like he Thanos.
Oh, yeah.
11 peeps that Godzilla is pulling up and she starts cheesing. I'm crying. He's not here for you, shorty. There's still a Godzilla-shaped hole in the snow. He just wants his run back. Godzilla and Ghidorah start charging towards each other, meeting up in the middle, eventually letting go a big sonic boom. Everybody in that range watching the Kaisenash stream got their shit turned off. Godzilla did y'all a favor. Godzilla then grabs Ghidorah by the neck and throws him into the stadium. Walks up to him and slaps him in the face, then trips him with his tail. Godzilla clearly got that Mamba mentality. He been putting in work in the gym. It's only unfortunate that y'all made that shit. I trained him. Dudes talking about they would rather have Mamba mentality than LeBron's money. We about to have the most try-hard grocery baggers of all time. Godzilla pushes Ghidorah and goes in for a slap, but his ass is moving too slow, getting bitten by all three heads and getting slammed into the ground, dragged across the concrete. Godzilla's finding out why Ghidorah got that king in his name now. They tried calling Kong King, they tried calling Godzilla King. Those are all some Mickey Mouse ass titles. This is the real deal. Godzilla pulls him off his neck and starts blasting him with the atomic breath.
Oh yeah!
But as this is happening, Godzilla's side piece comes through to save the day. She's a ride or die. Mothra charges in and webs Ghidorah to the building. Ghidorah's stuck there and he's trying desperately to pull himself free, but as he looks up, he sees Godzilla's face in the reflection.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Whoa, wait, that was actually very menacing. Look, like he just pops out the cut.
He looks up, he sees...
Look, there's nothing there, right? Nothing there, and then...
he's Godzilla's face in...
boom! Large as...
the reflection.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Godzilla sneaks up behind him with the quiet footsteps of mini earthquakes laying out Ghidorah. He then takes a step back, stares at Ghidorah, and is like, man, you're not even worth my time. Mothra, come over here and handle my light work. So she starts coming in, but doesn't even really get the chance, because out of nowhere, Rodan comes in to save his daddy.
The fuck is that, Moltres?
Bro, is Dick right?
Was that Moltres? Bruh, wait, I don't remember, okay, I don't remember him. Who is he?
To save his daddy. It's like, damn, bro. Is Dick right and all you do? He tried to pull up on Ghidorah earlier in the movie and got sunned so quick. So I guess he just pulled a Chris from Mr. Beast and switched teams.
Who is
Godzilla
that?
grabs Ghidorah by the neck and starts using him as a wrecking ball through
what in
all
the Pokemon?
buildings. Ghidorah starts thinking to himself like, damn, I'm getting cooked. So he activates his Super Saiyan transformation, turning around and taking a big chomp out of the power plant. I hate cheaters over here using PEDs mid-fight. The light is shining so crazy it got Godzilla moonwalking backwards. That shit is brighter than the top of the rock's head. Just Ghidorah's aura alone got Godzilla's face burnt, got him panting, taking deep ass breaths. It's clear Godzilla's stamina isn't where it should be. So while he's taking a break in the background, Rodan has Mothra pinned up against the building. She manages to scratch him in the face, making him take some steps back, but he ends up using that to his advantage, building up a full head of steam, charging back in. She then shows off her defense and elite head movement, dodging and weaving out of the way of every bite attempt he puts up, eventually stabbing him in the chest, killing him. Listen, at the end of the fight, Mothra is very weakened, but she held up her end of the bargain, winning her 1v1. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that nigga Godzilla gonna owe her some money because he is not holding up his end of the deal.
That's a good episode.
Ghidorah jumps on top of Godzilla, grabbing him, and despite the fact that Godzilla weighs 164,000 tons...
Yo, we looked that up last time. 164,000 tons alone outweighs the carrier. Okay, see that too, we were talking about that. And then the carrier had Godzilla and Kong on it, and it was still able to keep them on. Nah.
Despite the fact that Godzilla weighs 164,000 tons, Ghidorah
Picked
still
him up.
manages to lift this man off the ground while choking his ass out, pulling him all the way up into the sky. And at this point, it's pretty obvious what Ghidorah's plan is here. He wants to hit Godzilla with that Riverdale attack, the ultimate fall off. Dropping Godzilla from all the way up got him falling so fast he's burning up on the way down.
Wait, isn't that an
until
atomic?
he crash lands and he's out for the count. It's over.
No.
Everybody expected and is like, yo, chill, bro. Godzilla's already dead. But Ghidorah's like, man.
Wait. Shouldn't that blow up the entire, like... Oh, maybe it doesn't show it here. But did that blow up the entire area? So he has atomic energy. He got dropped in the sky, bro. That's an atomic bomb.
Was already dead, but Ghidorah's like, man,
We don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
so he pulls back up, and Godzilla got that help me.
How's the
nigga
cameraman
look in his
alive?
face. So Mothra, while being like half dead, pulls up to face Ghidorah by herself. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, Godzilla versus Ghidorah, Godzilla versus the Scar King in the new film.
It's always
My boy's
2v1.
allergic to not jumping. Mothra charges in towards Ghidorah, and in a calm like 15 seconds gets sent back to the loading screen by his gravity beam. But this is all part of her plan. She knew she couldn't win this fight. She's not Videl. She was purposely sacrificing herself to transfer over her energy to Godzilla, helping power him up. I'ma need everybody to give a salute to the Queen of Monsters, man. She's a real one.
She made it
Ghidorah
happen,
keeps the power
yeah.
boost, but he's not impressed. He starts pulling up on Godzilla to finish the job, and Godzilla already knows what's coming. As Godzilla's laying there, Ghidorah starts licking his lips, confusing bro for a loaf of bread. Starts wrapping around Godzilla, taking chunks out of him, but he tastes like straight batteries and radiation. Ghidorah's confused, like, when the fuck did I order Burger King? But luckily, the humans are able to distract him, giving Godzilla a chance to start his comeback. He starts walking through the city with radiation beaming off of him crazy.
Look at the cameraman
melting everything
chilling
in the
though.
process, flexing his Super Saiyan God form. Ghidorah
Oh,
starts
wow,
barking
yeah.
at him,
Oh, wow,
but that boy
yeah.
is Chihuahua. Godzilla said, man, watch this. Showing off a real man's roar, charging up and emitting Mothra's energy towards Ghidorah. Ghidorah tries his best to block the attack using his wings, but all he did was turn himself into Sasuke Uchiha ×2, getting both of them disintegrated away. Ghidorah doesn't know what to do, so he decides to just bust out All Reliable, his gravity beams, but all that does is tickle Godzilla.
Nyam,
My boy's
nyam,
eating
nyam.
that
Too
shit
easy.
like baby food. Godzilla's like,
Too
you done,
easy.
bro? Okay. My turn. Charging up and exploding all over Ghidorah, literally incinerating two of his heads.
Oh my
It's
God.
a good thing Godzilla couldn't do all of this versus Kong. Kong would have closed his eyes going in for a punch towards Godzilla and opened them to him swinging on Harambe. Godzilla stomps on Ghidorah's chest and literally just makes his whole body explode.
Oh,
and
you're
you know
done.
none of the kaijus could just end the fight regularly. They all gotta bust out their emote real quick. He starts trolling, tossing around one of Ghidorah's heads that's still alive somehow, destroying it with his atomic breath while it's in his mouth. And the movie ends with this badass shot. Godzilla, the new king of monsters, roaring on top of here to let everybody know who's boss. And they must have all heard it and was like, alright bro, you got it. Because a ton of monsters start pulling up, getting ready to bow down to him.
The new god. Yo, bro, we've been watching a lot of Blankboy's videos. His commentary stay. Oh yeah, exactly. Codename Super, bro was cooking. And like I said, because of the state of cinema, I am like now, like I'm really in tune with the Godzilla universe and stuff. His comparisons, bro, they're mad funny. Like, where is he bringing these things in? Hey man, W video. Definitely gonna check out some more Blankboy.